You have 3 children, 8, 3, and then one that's very young, yes?
Yes, Eli is 1 year old.
Congratulations
Yes.
on that.
Yes. I say I have 2 children and a terrorist.
Who's the terrorist?
The middle child.
The middle one's the
Yes.
terrorist? Oh my
Yes.
God, that's interesting to know. So the 8 and 3, obviously one has no idea. Do the 8 and 3-year-old have any sense of what you do?
The 8-year-old does.
Okay.
Yes.
Impressed with it at all?
I think she is actually.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Does she understand how hard it is to do 300 episodes of a television show?
That she definitely doesn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not many people do.
No,
Yeah.
and congratulations on that.
Thank you.
Did you have at what point in the run did you ever comprehend that it could go on this long?
Well, every year I keep saying this is the last year. They're definitely going to get sick of us. The ratings are going to plummet, and we're over at the end of this year. I say it every single year, and it never happens. I can't believe people aren't sick of me yet.
Well, not only they're not sick of you, but you are sort of the connective tissue. Meredith Grey is the connective tissue of that entire show. Like, what do you think it is about the relationship the audience has with that character that they're still so engaged with her 14 seasons into it?
Maybe they're all drinking tequila and not really paying attention.
No, they're paying attention.
I don't know, honestly. I don't know. I hope that, as actors, our goal is to make people feel, right? Mm-hmm. And so I think, I do my best to try to make people feel something, whether it's sadness or happiness or anger or whatever it is. And I do my best, and we all do our best. And it's actually, the journey of it has been quite interesting because obviously we've had our ups and downs behind the scenes. And I love that the journey as a whole. It started out one way, and it's ending. Not that it's ending, but right now where we are is such a different place from where we started. It's been a very interesting journey.
Well, I don't think a show could successfully succeed for 14 seasons unless it did change.
Yes.
And was that something that everybody understood, or were there people within the production that thought, oh no, we can never change, it's got to stay this forever? Or was everybody sort of open to the idea of letting it evolve?
No one's open to letting it evolve. I think that, everybody was devastated when Patrick Dempsey left.
Uh-huh.
And I think that, the network especially thought, the show was never going to make it. And they rushed in a new love interest like 30 seconds later. Because I could never carry the show. Let's not get crazy.
Oh, no, I think you could.
Grey could carry the show. But no, I think that now people understand that the evolution is part of why it sustains. But I think that the idea of something so successful changing is frightening to people. I think change is frightening to people.
Your relationship with the show has changed as well because now you are not only an actor on the show, but you've also directed episodes. How is it to see a product you've been a part of from one perspective for so long? How crazy is it to look at it from a different side of the camera?
I mean, I really think every actor should direct because it is a completely different viewpoint, But again, I'm super blessed because Shonda Rhimes has allowed me to evolve with the show and direct and help produce the show. So now I have more ownership over the show and much more of a say. Did you ever see that the documentary about Bob Evans, the kid stays in the picture?
Yes.
When he says, I want to be that guy, the producer, because I can't get fired.
Yeah.
And that always stuck with me, and I always saw that, and it's, you got to own it and be a part of it, because actors are sort of, I guess, the highest paid on the totem pole, but the lowest in terms of power.
Right. They never kill off the producer.
Yeah. They never kill off the producer. So to actually be a woman in the television business and have power over my situation, and for Shonda to sort of see me as a partner instead of just an employee is something I think we're both very proud of.
And I think that speaks to how women in power lead to more women in power in any industry. So it's really nice to have Shonda there, and it's really nice to have you here. And congratulations on 300 episodes. What a pleasure.
Thank you.